Welcome everyone to this edition of the Yoga Amazing Video Podcast. I am Chaz, I'm your host, and I'm coming to you from Sandestin, Florida. We've got the ocean behind us, we've got the beach, so we're going to be doing yoga on the beach. The music's playing, can you hear it? You know, Mother Nature plays some fine music. All we have to do is give ourselves a little bit of time to listen to it, and it will definitely relax us. So that's going to be our soundtrack. This is going to be our studio, and I'm glad I could bring you along with me. Now, you know, if you have any ideas for an upcoming episode, please send them to me, Chaz@YogaAmazing.com. And of course, please continue leaving your feedback on iTunes. Just send me emails. Keep me in the loop on what's going on in your world. And hopefully through this class, we can all become healthier and happier individuals. So remember to breathe, relax, and have fun in this very special Yoga on the Beach, Mother Nature soundtrack edition of the Yoga Amazing Video Podcast. From here, bring yourself into hero's pose now. We're going to sit on our heels. A lot of times this might be uncomfortable to people, so you can place a block or a blanket or even crisscross your legs, whichever way is comfortable for you. So from here, let's take our hands to our legs, palms up, and just breathe it in. I wish you could smell. I know you can see the beautiful scenery, but we've also got the beautiful smell of the ocean coming in, so just relax and breathe it in. Remember, as we go through class, we do what's called Ujjayi breathing. That's where you inhale through the nose, hollow the throat, expanding the chest and lungs, deepening the breath. From here, let's bring our arms up into the air. Now take your right hand, place it over your left shoulder, give yourself a pat on the back, and then take your left elbow, pushing the right elbow over the left shoulder. Just get a nice stretch here. Remember to breathe with each inhale and exhale, open and deepen. And let's release both hands back out. Left over the right, push the right elbow, left arm over the right shoulder, deepen the breath. Slowly release, take both the arms out. Interlock behind the back, roll the heart open, drop the head back. And then you're going to come to the crown of the head and roll on top of it, like this. Slowly release and bring yourself back into hero's pose and just sit here quietly, palms up for a few moments. Now from here, you're going to plant your left hand to the floor, then you're going to bring your right arm into the air. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, reach over. So you get to stretch all the way down the side of your body, okay? So breathe, reach. Remember, inhale, lengthen, exhale, deepen. So keep your breath deep. And then from here, let's bring it back. And let's rotate. Take this hand down, lengthen, big inhale, and then exhale over. Looking up under the arm towards the sky. Beautiful blue sky, not a cloud out. And then slowly release, come back to the center. And again, palms up on the legs. With your palms up, we're going to do a little neck stretching as well here. Just drop your chin into the chest so you get to stretch all along the backs of the neck. Remember, breathe and sink, breathe and sink. And drop your head to the right to get that stretch on the left side of the neck. And roll your head back. Breathe. And drop your head to the left and get that stretch right here along the right side. Right now I got a little crick in my neck from sleeping wrong, so this is a nice stretch to help open that up. And roll the head back to the right and chin to the chest again. And then from here, lifting yourself back up, bring the chin up, squared up, deepen the breath. Now another arm stretch here, so we're going, I'll turn sideways slightly so you can see. So you're going to bring this arm up and you're going to grab, left hand grabs right wrist, inhaling. And as you exhale, pull, get the length in that arm. Deepen the breath. And then let's come back to the center. Rotate, right hand grabs left wrist, inhaling, exhaling over. And get that stretch. Feel, breathe into it. Lengthen and open. Good. And then slowly release. Bring yourself back to the center. Just nice simple poses here. These are things I haven't done too often, so just a little different shake up in what I'm doing in my yoga classes. Remember, it's not about doing everything at 100 miles an hour in yoga. Sometimes it's about slowing down to bring up the intensity, because there's intensity levels on both. You quiet still, that's very intense. And you do your vinyasa flow, that's very intense. Finding that happy medium where your body can accept both and still get the challenge for both, that's where we win. So from here, let's bring yourselves to your hands and knees. Of course, one of my favorite poses is the cat and the cow. So inhale, look up, shoulder blades down, spread the sits bones. And as you exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Oh, wait a minute. I found a seashell. Right there, I'm going to set it on my mat. Sorry about the distraction. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Mother Nature gave me a gift as well. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Set your pace. Big inhales, big exhales. Just open yourself up. And then bring yourself back to the center and right arm, left leg, let's bring it up. Remember, we want the extension, long neck, deepen the breath, making sure that that left hand's under the left shoulder. Extend through that leg, deepen the breath here. This is great for the back. From here, plant the left knee down. We're going to do a side plank. And then we're going to bring it up. So tuck the tailbone, deepen the breath. Making sure that hip's under the knee. The knee is under the hip, I'm sorry. Gaze up, deep in the breath. Slowly release. Thread the needle. Take that arm through and bring it up. Remember, putting the weight into your shoulder, not into the neck. And release. Back to the center on this very sandy edition. Let's bring up the left arm, right leg. Look at that, sand all over. Squeeze and lengthen. Rotate that right hip, deep in the breath, everyone. Slowly release, and let's rotate it to the other side for a side plank. Make sure that knee is under the hip. Tuck the tailbone, bring it up. Make sure that right hand's under the right shoulder. Gaze up at the thumb, deep in the breath. Beautiful, gorgeous blue sky. Clouds in the distance. Ocean doesn't get any better than this, folks. Glad you're with me. And slowly release. And let's take the left arm through, thread the needle. And roll it over. Push that arm into the earth. In my case, the sand, and roll it open even more. And release. Back to the center. From here, let's dig our toes into the mat, and let's take it into downward facing dog. Now remember, as we do down dog, we push back, have the heels behind the feet, deep in the breath. Let's work on getting ourselves really opened up here. Have the heels, sink it in. Flatten your palms, spread your fingers. Of course, I'm on bumpy sand, so you gotta do the best that you can. Rooting the heels down. My heels aren't quite there, but you know what? So what? It just means my body's gonna open. Give it time. Tailbone up, breath deep. And drop to your knees and child's pose. And bring it up. And the down dog, take it back. Again, flatten your palms, spread your fingers, deep in the breath, hang it in here. And with down dog, just go get deeper and deeper into it. Open yourself up. And then walk both feet forward. Hang. Bend your knees slightly if you need to. And then bringing it up. Good. Hands to your hips, opening it up. From here, we're going to be doing some standing asanas. To the right, to the middle, to the left, to the middle, to the right. So back and forth. So from here, let's take our right foot out, doing a warrior two. Very simple pose, but very profound. We have to keep our whole body active, okay? So arms up, big inhale. And then as you exhale, bend that right knee. So as you see, right knee over right ankle, tuck the tailbone. We don't want our bottom and chest sticking out. So I always say tuck it in 2 sheets of glass, lengthen to the ends of the earth, root into the earth, and then lengthen the crown of your head to the sky. Soften the gaze, deep in the breath. It's all about alignment, folks. It's like a puzzle. Don't force the wrong pieces into the wrong spot. Allow yourself to connect it, and it'll all just fit perfectly if you give yourself the time that it needs. And slowly release, bring it back to the center, hands on the hips, big inhale, lift into the heart. Exhale, hinge from the hips and go down. Feet forward, spread the sits bone, squeeze into the root, the Mula Bandha, deep in the breath. Slowly bring it up. Left foot forward. Warrior two on the other side. Arms up, big inhale. And as you exhale, again, sink it in. Now, see, let me see if my knee's not over my ankle. Bend that knee over the ankle. And you get that deeper stretch here, okay? Root into the earth, lengthen to the ends of the world. Reach to the sky. Deep in the breath. Gaze forward. Back to the center, hands on your hips, big inhale, lift into the heart. Exhale, take it down. Squeeze into the root, the Mula Bandha. Drop it in deep in the breath here, everyone. And bring it up. Triangle, Trikonasana. Right foot forward. A lot of times when people do this, they just fall into it. We don't want that. We want extension. We want this to lengthen through the lower ribs and the outer ribs. Okay? So arms up, big inhale, lengthen, get to reach. If you notice, my hips go back. I'm doing my, Saturday Night Fever move. So I get that extension. And then I take it into a triangle. Remember, this hand on the leg, don't hold on to it for dear life. Hold, but don't hold for dear life, because the arm that's in the air is light like a balloon's on it, so it's lifting you up. So hold onto your leg, but not for dear life. Deep in the breath, gaze up. And again, bring it up. Rotate, hands to the hips, lift into the heart. Exhale, hands from the hips go down. Again, squeeze into the root, deep in the breath. And bring it up. Left foot forward. Let's do triangle on the other side. Same thing. Arms up. Remember, we went the extension. Saturday Night Fever move. Little disco. Hips go back. Lengthen forward. So big inhale. Reach. Get your length. Get your length. Get your length. Lengthen. Hand to the leg. Gaze up. Remember, it doesn't matter if you're deep like me, but don't let your bottom of your chest stick out. Tuck it into 2 sheets of glass. Gaze up at the thumb. Deep in the breath. Left hand light. Right hand lighter. Slowly release. Bring it back to the center. Hands to the hips. We're going to wiggle our feet in and walk it in to Tadasana, the mountain pose. Just relax, breathe, and listen. From here, face the front of your mat again, and I want you just to bring it down to your knees, and I want you to just lie on your back. From here, let's lift your hips into the air, interlock your fingers, tuck your shoulder blades deep in the breath. Squeeze and lengthen the tailbone to the knees, deep in your breath. Hold on. And slowly release, bring it down vertebrae by vertebrae, and releasing it into a reclined butterfly. Bring your legs together, squeeze your legs in, big hug, rock and roll side to side. And from here, stretch it out on the floor for Shavasana, the resting pose. Arms to your side, palms open. Breathe and relax. Listen to the soundtrack of nature. And just know that your body is alive through your yoga practice. It is our healing for our bodies, but it also can heal us mentally, physically, and spiritually if you allow it to find its way through us. So for these next few moments, just allow yourself to soak it in.